This is Tully Diö and Madman Matt sitting next to me per usual. And we are the hosts of the Tully Diö Show.
I thought I was always a good wingman.
I wake up when my eyes open. Because, rock and roll stays up late. It's like if you're drinking the big beers, then I think there should be a certain level of cheer that you get from that. So, like, whilst drinking the big beers, you should feel more cheerful. Unless you're a sad drunk and no one likes that.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Los Angeles, we're pumping it out to the people, It's the hot stuff. This is where this place is boiling with you know what I mean? Everybody wants something new in LA. And it is time for some new rock and roll. It is so time. The Tully Diö Show, episode 319. It's April 1st, April Fool's Day.
What?
You can look around, but there will be no Fool's Day for you, brother.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. I don't participate.
Is this mouse stuck to the
no,
fucking thing?
No. If anything's stuck to anything, it's just because it's like that already.
Am I stuck to the chair?
I don't know if you sat in some glue. Did you sit in any Gorilla Glue?
I don't know. I was on the bus.
Are we sponsored by? You might have then. I don't know what
Glues.
mystery shit you could have sat in. But here's the thing: I don't do it. I don't participate in the Fool's Day.
Okay.
Nothing.
No, that mic smells good.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
It's
smell
Lysol.
Like doesn't smell like ball sack.
That's Lysol and marijuana smoke.
Yeah. It's like
That's my
Nag
cologne.
Champa and smell like a Nag Champa.
That's my cologne. No, it's a great day for people. If you're gonna pull Fool's Day jokes, make sure they're tame.
A little bit. Yeah. It's been a rough couple years. Let's chill out.
You know what my friend did to me one year?
No, what?
This was such a dick move. It was such a dick move.
Yeah.
He called everybody that his apartment burnt down and he needed a place to stay.
What the fuck?
That's
man?
not funny.
That's not good.
That's not funny.
What's he doing?
Well, but that's not funny because
that's not funny at all.
No, because if you have a tragedy on April Fool's Day, nobody's gonna believe you.
No, the wolf has come and is
right.
He's just eaten alive.
Yeah.
Don't
So
try
my
that
point
shit
is,
anymore.
I don't do them.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll
That's
joke
why-
every other day, but that day.
That's why you're my friend. Well, cheers to beers of
Cheers.
that.
I'm having a proclamation of caffeination.
Unless this fucking beer explodes in my mouth.
I don't do nothing to nothing. Against the Sun, Chelsea said, Ever After, ASAP. Those are the first tracks off our April Fool's set list, and there is no fool joke to that.
No fool, sucker.
She's
Ever after ASAP against the sun. Chelsea said more tracks.
More tracks, SA.
It was raining earlier in the week.
It was.
That's always weird in California.
Monday, it was cats and dogs, man.
I felt a little weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It was eerie. you
Usually
know?
I feel really energized during the rain, but for some reason it made me like want to sleep all day.
The whole fucking day, just slumber.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I mean, I didn't do that, but I did fall asleep on the floor
Oh,
for about an hour.
that's cool.
Yeah, I was stretching.
You cracking your back?
I
fell
was.
asleep?
I was
I
stretching.
go to bed on the floor at night.
I did. Honestly, I wouldn't. I probably would have stayed there longer, except for I kind of came out of it and I was like, why am I sleeping on the floor?
Yeah.
But it was just a simple stretching procedure that turned into a nap.
Hey, that sounds fun.
I had
And
my
really-
headphones on. I was listening to some nice tracks.
What were you jamming out to?
I was jamming out to. You ever remember a band called 07?
No.
They were like Portishead and Morchiba, like that
Okay.
trip hop vibe.
Vibe.
And they had a couple. They actually were the first band, I believe, to use Sia, that singer Sia.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
back in the
hell?
day. And yeah, it's a really good album.
That's cool.
But I was listening to their like they have like the essentials.
Sure.
I just hit random on it
Best of.
and it's really chill. It's great to stretch. You're stretching, you're just chilling out, you're letting it all go,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
whatever you're doing.
Mhm.
Sometimes you fall asleep.
Oh, there you go. See, that's nice to hear.
Sometimes you fall asleep for an hour on the floor.
No, it's good for you.
it
Yeah, I play
was a
video
good
games,
time
I fall asleep.
with the video game controller.
Wine drunk.
I've seen that.
Wine drunk.
I've seen it.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. My
Yeah.
house was flooding on Monday. Almost. Yeah. It was raining that bad.
Wait, did it get in there?
It was getting there. It was getting in there. It was getting in the front door. So it was a little wild. A little wild. It's a lot of rain.
It is a lot of rain. So, like, has that ever happened? Has it ever flooded?
No, but you know what happened, man? America had a squall. Did you see that fucking thing? It was on Tuesday. Philly had a fucking 50-car pileup. It seemed like the weather just boom, just hit America. Hit the United States.
Sometimes we get weird weather here, man. It's a big country. You got a little bit of everything. You can get a little tornado, a little earthquake, a little flash flood, little
Yeah.
typhoon. You get a
A
typhoon?
little typhoon. Oh, I mean, sure, if you're in like the Keys of Florida.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you can get all sorts of stuff. Hurricanes
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Nolans
Yeah.
and Florida. All of them.
Definitely.
It's insane.
You can get them here.
Dust storms.
Yeah,
We got it all.
We got it all.
We got it all in America. You want bad weather? You can find a state that has bad weather. That's what we should do, the bad weather tour.
We should.
Or we just go to whatever time in that state it's really volatile with weather.
You saw Brock Lesnar come to New Orleans. He did the fucking F4. The fucking F4 was spinning right through the fucking town.
He
man.
broke the levee.
It was crazy, brother.
If he keeps on F4 and the levee's
That's
gonna
right.
break.
Levee's gonna break.
Ratchet Doll's modern mistake. Space elevator with persona non grata. Right now, the Tully Diö Show. No jokes.
No jokes here.
No
Not
jokes.
fucking with
No
me here.
fools.
Nothing. Okay. Not yet.
Oh
we're up to Big Jim's wild card. This person has been Big Jim's wild card more than anybody else. It's Revita.
Oh yeah, man, she's great.
Badass.
Badass.
She makes amazing pop. I'd say pop music, because then you can fill in the last half.
That's right.
Sometimes it's more pop rock. Sometimes it's more punk folk. Sometimes it's more punk electronica.
You're keeping it open.
But either way, she does brilliant music.
Absolutely.
And we always love to play her. This is her newest track, which is more of the electronica part.
Sure.
Revita with Blind Theory. Check it out right now. Episode 319, Big Jim's Wildcard. Machine gun in there, dude.
That was weird.
Hey, man, whatever. It's a big deal. You pull a whip out, you better pull a gun out, too.
That's true.
I don't know.
Dr. Jones.
What am I,
agree with
Indiana
that.
Jones?
Yeah, right. Junior.
Revita, Blind Theory, Big Jim's Wild Card. I've waited until you were drinking. I'll do it. There.
See, I like yours.
I don't know.
I've always liked it. I've always liked it.
The difference is, I know, but the difference is it feels like you got like a 12-inch, like, or whatever, like a whip. And when I do it, it feels like it's like just a little.
So you Animaniacs like sound plug.
Like a small, like it's like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
It just, it
Very
doesn't.
small, but it's cute.
But I like the wind up.
Okay.
I want some Indiana Jones. I want to swing from the trees.
Lion tamer type thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't I want the lions to revolt
Oh shit.
and take the whip.
They want to take it from you.
Yeah, that's what I want for April Fool's Day.
Fucking that's a prank right there. Fuck with the lion, right?
You're among friends. You know what you want. Our propaganda, my ghost, and Blackout Orchestra, Tongues. We talked to those guys a while back. And this is their track that we were talking about. And Lee is going to be on the show today. And this is one of the bands that he reps.
Yeah, dude.
Blackout Orchestra, Tongues. Check these out. Check them out. Set list.
Nothing's gonna change your mind.
Blackout Orchestra, Tongues, Our Propaganda with My Ghost, and You're Among Friends. You Know What You Want. And we're coming to the end of the set list. We got 2 more tracks. The North Rocks, I Want to Roll, and Sonic X with All Been Said and Done. And that is the end of the set list for April Fool's Day. No jokes, though.
No.
We'll be back after this commercial break. No jokes there either.
Nope. Hope not.
Remember that listening party we went to? Tommy Gunn's listening party?
Oh yeah, tons of beer.
So Tommy
Tons
was
of beer.
telling me this is the best water he's ever had in his rock and roll life.
Water?
Yeah.
What's water?
It's actually this beverage that goes into beer, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
It helps make beer?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. What is this water?
Well, this water is supposed to be. So we're gonna try it.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the best water out there.
All right.
All right.
In. Let's do
So
this.
we're gonna give it a try, and we have to do it
I'm really
Tully
excited.
Diö Show style in shot glasses.
Shot glasses. I love
Because
that.
that's the only way we know how to drink beverages.
This is okay.
If it ain't
All
in a
right.
beer bottle. All right, so we're gonna
Water.
give this a try.
Is that? Am I saying it right? Water.
Yeah, it's basically one of the components of beer, if it makes it easier.
Okay, Jackson's.
Okay,
Spring.
so
All
we're
right.
gonna give it a try. It's an award-winning water. It's ozonated.
Yep.
Okay, so it's got a balanced pH.
Oh, 8.1.
Yeah,
That's
which
pretty
is good for your body.
It sure is.
So yeah, it was a gold medal winner. So we're about to drink some gold medal water.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do this.
First time for everything, right? Wow, I feel great. Is that what's supposed to happen?
I feel hydrated.
Whoa!
It tastes like nothing.
I mean, that's better than.
That is the best nothing I've ever tasted. It's like air water.
Yeah!
It's like
Yeah!
it's like usually when you drink water, there's like a little hint of something.
Sure.
Maybe chlorine,
Yeah.
maybe limestone,
Well, I don't know. I've never. Okay.
stuff
I'll
like
take
that.
your word for
right?
it.
This it tastes like nothing but delicious water.
And that's what's supposed to happen.
It tastes like if I was doing an ice luge on a mountain. It's like
whoa.
it's like melted snow.
That's pretty on brand. Let's do it. One more time. Wow. Oh, that's good. That's really good.
My gums feel hydrated. And here's the thing.
One more time.
Here's the gooch on this.
Okay.
You can drink that whole bottle and you won't even be buzzed. You can still drive.
What?
Yeah, there's no booze in it. It's
Is
that
it-
good.
Is it good for you?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Where's it made?
How can someone take...
Oh, it's made from nature.
Yeah, it's nature made. It's
Okay.
from Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jackson Springs. Huh?
Yeah. Even the
Yeah.
moose like it.
Okay, well,
The Canadian mooses.
If the meese dig it, I dig it.
I dig it.
Hey, buddy, it's Madman Matt. I just want to let everyone know, something you probably already know, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, Google Podcast, Deezer, Stitcher, and TuneIn. Check us out.
Better well stolen than something people see. I am just using stuff, I surely am no thief. I wanna roll, I wanna go on my radio. Everything's been done before, it's already there. Wanna create some more, there's no need to compare. I wanna roll, I wanna go on my radio.
some wise, and then you start to realize you jump out of your bed, you land right on your head. You gotta get to work or else your boss will think you're dead. You gotta get some Java in you, make you feel like brand new, growling like a tiger that is hungry for his pet food. You wanna take it easy, life ain't made for easy. The heads of worlds are sleazy and their faces make you queasy. All you want is freedom, something to believe in, and stop feeling that life is a game. There's someone up there who cares for what you are. You will get your key to peace and love when it's all been said and done. Let an angel take you in for what you are. You will sleep forever peaceful when it's all been said and done. You gotta look into your soul, play some rock and roll, a little hip hop, country, jazz, or maybe punk might be your goal. You're working like a chump to get over the hump. Just be glad that you're alive, so get out of the dump. I know you want your freedom, something to believe in. Smell the roses for just one day. There's someone up there who cares for what you are. You will get your key to peace and love when it's all been said and done. Let an angel take you in for what you are. You will sleep forever peaceful when it's all been said and done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go. There's someone up there who cares for what you are. You will get your key to peace and love when it's all been said and done. Let an angel take you in for what you are. You will sleep forever peaceful when it's all been said and done.
All right. It's time for Tully Speaks.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and
Here
you
we
know what
go,
I'm going to
man.
talk about. We
What?
talk about it every year.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day is horseshit, but WrestleMania is not. Been watching WrestleMania for a long time. Always enjoy it. Haven't even been watching the product this year, but I'm still going to watch WrestleMania with you.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's
it's going to
right.
be fun
It's been a while
because
since we watched WrestleMania together.
yeah, it's going to be fun because it's like, you know, that you got to watch it with someone who's into it.
Yeah. You can't just be fucking around.
It's not even that fun to watch by yourself.
Yeah, there's there's no Cyndi Lauper, there's no crossover. Now it's very like specific.
And if you're not a fan of the product, then you really, but we are.
Yeah,
And this little segment is for anybody who is.
that's right.
And if you're not, maybe you'll want to check it out. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through the card and we're going to just talk a little bit about what we think.
Here we go.
What do you got?
Right off the bat,
All right.
brother, Raw's Women's Championship is on the line. We got Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair.
All right. I'm excited to see this.
We've been whipping each other's ass for the last 4 weeks, right?
Yes.
2
And this,
2 months, maybe.
this is either going to be one of those moments where it's a torch passing
Yeah.
or not. And I don't think that they're ready to give it to Bianca Belair again. I think Becky Lynch has too much heat
Yeah.
and she's too popular right now. And if she does lose it, she'll lose it for just that night. And then the
Sure.
next pay-per-view, she'll get it back.
Should get it back. Yeah. Transitional championship.
The question is, are they wanting to make like them a feud thing?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm excited to watch it. I am excited to watch it. I don't really have an outcome thing. I think Becky Lynch is going to win. That's my prediction.
I like your idea. I hope that happens. You know, she wins it. Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Call it a day. You know, move on. It's been, you know, let's get, you know.
Yeah, get her
WrestleMania-
against someone else.
WrestleManias are supposed to be the feud killers.
Yeah, then get her against someone else.
Get her, you know, someone wins. That's it. Period. That's it. You know, that's how it goes. Miz, Logan Paul versus the Mysterios, the son and father collection of the Mysterios, Dominic and Ray.
Against Miz and who?
Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, zero. Like I could not. I will be going to the bathroom. I may actually just eat a bunch of food so that I can go like sit in the bathroom for like a half an hour till that's over.
Didn't that guy make Logan Paul? Didn't he make fun of a dead body in like the Amazon forest?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I just could care. I don't like gimmicks.
Fuck that shit.
Gimmick referees are fine.
This is what I'm excited for.
All right, what do you got?
Seth Rollins versus to be announced TBA.
Yes,
Thinking,
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, people. Yeah, speculation. here.
Very excited.
Yeah, speculation is that Cody from AEW. Now he's Cody Rhodes.
See, now is anybody starting to realize that since day one, AEW and fucking WWE have been talking?
You've been saying that shit for years, I say.
Because there's no way Vince just lets shit grow. So like he's like, this is good for business. We can do our fake Monday Night Wars again and all that shit. And he did. And now talent is going back and forth. And Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE is huge.
Yeah. Remember, like he bought the territory. He owns all territories. Vince McMahon. Why would he let you? Right. Like that's an interesting theory. It might be.
And
true.
why is he like, why is Cody leaving AEW?
Yeah.
Isn't he one of the people who like is like literally an investor in that?
He's one of the 5 that started it. Yeah,
So see, it's just a crossover gimmick thing. And I like that. I like that they're doing that.
Yeah.
But I think it is going to be him. And I'm really excited to watch that. And I have no idea who's going to win that. I'm going to say Cody just because of the over. You got to like give him a push. You can't have him come all the way there straight from AEW with all this heat and then lose.
Right. Right.
But I'm excited.
I agree with that. Drew McIntyre versus who the fuck is that? Baron Corbin? Happy?
Yeah, I'm out.
I thought it said Harry. What?
Happy.
Happy
His
Corbin.
name's Happy Corbin
Oh,
now
that's weird.
because he got a bunch of good luck.
The
I'm
hell is
out.
that?
I don't care.
What is that?
I just don't care. He's happy now because he
Fuck
won.
that.
He won. Remember, he was downtrodden, and then he won a bunch of money in
Yeah.
Vegas. That was the storyline. It was poorly written.
What
But I'm
happened
not.
to the
I don't
fucking
know.
biker guy.
Right, dude. I don't know. They change everybody.
Biker monster. Baron Corbin,
Mm-mm.
man. NXT, they fucked that up.
They did.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship on the line. The Usos versus Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Not really excited for it, but I'll watch it. I'm in.
I like Rick Boogs, and I love
Boogs is
Shinsuke.
great. Yeah, those two are great. I don't know why they're together.
It's so weird.
But-
It makes sense though. Doesn't
but
he play his entrance?
he does.
out?
It's really
Oh,
funny,
fucking
too.
Cool, man.
That dude's yoked.
Yeah,
He's huge.
yeah. I'm really excited for this one. SmackDown, the Blue Championship on the line. Women's Blue Championship. Charlotte Flair, who's the reigning champ as we speak, versus Ronda.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda
That one
Rousey.
I am most excited for.
That's the one I want to watch. Period.
I gotta say, dude.
I want to see them kick the living shit out of each other.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm all in on that one.
Yep.
All in. What's the next one?
Period. Oh shit.
I'm
Stone Cold. Okay.
all in.
This is
I'm
why
already all
watching.
in.
This is
I
the
know.
only reason I'm watching WrestleMania.
I'm already all in.
Right?
Fully all in. Oh my God. Stone
Bears.
Cold.
He's coming back. The fucking glass is breaking. The glass is shattered.
We get to hear it one more time.
You know, that's all I want for WrestleMania.
I've
every
wanted this
single
for
year.
years. I never understood why it didn't happen.
Thank you.
He was just being stubborn, but it's a perfect person for him to go against because fucking Owens does the stunner. and it's going to be magnificent.
It's going
It's going to
so
be
good.
safe for them.
Yeah.
I don't feel weird about him wrestling because of his neck,
No,
because he's in there with Owens, who's an absolute pro.
he's a super pro.
Yeah.
Even
And he's
Joe
going to get him over.
Cornette said the same fucking thing you just said, and I trust Cornette's.
Me too.
Yeah. So it's going to be amazing.
Not his personal opinions.
No,
Just his
it's- it's
wrestling
a little
opinions.
Weird. Yeah. I mean, he's a very. You're right. He's got his own thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Day 2. We're already moving on here. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start from the very bottom.
Okay.
That's not too much. Here.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
I'm interested. Interested.
I actually
Two behemoths.
Bobby Lashley's great.
Absolutely.
And
Not
he
great
can-
mic skills. Phenomenal wrestling.
Phenomenal wrestling. He can handle his own.
I think he's
Raw.
going to pick him up.
I hope he fucking slams that big man. And the big man's good. I like Omos.
Me too.
He's been learning from AJ.
I know.
If you hang out with a fucking guy who's an ace, you're gonna become an ace.
That's right.
That's how it works.
That's right.
That's what happened to fucking Kevin Nash. Everyone was talking shit about Kevin Nash. Hung out with Shawn Michaels for 2 years.
Here we go. Big
Fucking-
Daddy Cool Diesel.
Exactly. Great fucking
Legend.
matches. Yeah. No, legend.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that one.
Raw Tag Team Championship. RK Bro. I never seen a match with these guys yet. That's
Oh,
how
I
much I
have.
don't watch. What do you think?
I watched at the very start when they were going. They're fun. They really do get along well. I think it's a really and neither guy's really nothing's taking away from their gimmicks. They're like,
Complimentary.
yeah, exactly.
What was the 3-way dance?
Oh.
Tag team style versus the Street Profits
Okay.
and the Alpha Academy. I don't even know who that is.
Alpha Academy is the two gnarly guys. They're what was his name? Shorty. They called him Shorty for a
Gable?
while. Yeah, Gable and Otis.
Otis, fucking Dozer, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
dude, fucking sick.
But they've really been pushing them for a long time now, and I would not be surprised if they give them those belts.
I'm happy. I'm gonna watch that. Actually.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. Oh shit on me. I just watched a new Jackass thing yesterday. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville.
Kind of pass.
God damn.
I mean, something cool might happen.
I'd rather watch Bad Bunny after a showing at the Royal Rumble. Holy
Bad Bunny
Christ.
could go.
He nailed.
I did
fucking
not want that to be real, but it was.
That-
He did great.
Canadian Destroyer was the best I've seen since Petey Williams.
Wow. And
I'm-
Petey- that's my favorite move.
That's your move.
It is. That's so dangerous looking to me.
He fucking nailed it.
You
that
literally whipped these guys. Anyway, check it out. Look up the Canadian
time. Look up the
Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer.
Woo.
This is look. I love this guy. I've been watching his show, Pat McAfee
Yeah.
versus Austin Theory. Now,
Pat did a great job too, though.
yeah, he did. No, that's what I mean. I love Pat McAfee.
But I also don't care about this match.
now fuck the game. Like you said, the gimmick shit. And you know McMahon's showing up, which is going to be cool.
Yeah.
And guess who might show up after that?
Rock.
He might come out day 2.
And just stun him for
Just
the
stun
old time's
fucking
sake.
everybody. Yeah. Because fuck you, Vince. Get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Steve's time.
Yeah.
I got chills. I just kind of
I know.
hope I predicted
I know.
something. Women's Tag Team Championship, Queen Zelina, Carmella, the champions. I don't even know they're the champions versus Naomi, Sasha Banks. Okay, what is this? All right, is it a 3-way dance?
Looks like it.
All right, Zelina, Carmella, the champions versus Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. It's a 4-way dance, and Natalia and Shayna Baszler. That's going to be fucking nuts.
Doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't even make any sense.
Why
Next.
is Natalia with Shayna Baszler? Anyway, here's who's going to win that,
Who do you
though. And I
think's
bet
gonna
I
win?
really have a feeling they're going to give it to Naomi and Sasha Banks
Good.
because they're both really, really,
They
really
fucking
good.
Kick ass.
Both of them. And Naomi is, I forget about her when I'm talking about my favorite female
Oh
wrestlers
yeah.
because she's not one of my favorites, but she's definitely one of my favorite female wrestlers. She was kind of caught between the divas and what happened.
Totally.
And man, she is a fucking amazing
Insane.
athlete.
She's a fucking luchador.
Absolutely. And just an absolute, everything she does is cool.
Yeah.
She's a smoke show.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just a badass. And
Best
like
entrance, period.
and the only one who's badder is Sasha Banks.
That's a great tag team.
I hope they got a name. I'm sick of these no-name tag
Yeah,
teams though.
fuck that shit.
But like I think they're gonna get the belts because why do the other two even have them?
exactly. Bad Boss. Boom.
There you go.
There we go. Edge. Oh shit. This is the shit. This is the shit we want to watch. Edge
Yeah.
versus AJ.
It's gonna be great. Clinic.
Very
Very excited to watch that.
Chills.
Yeah,
It's the only reason other than Steve.
I know.
I love this, of course. Roman fucking Reigns versus face Brock Lesnar. Champion versus champion unification match, question mark. Is unification of the one title?
It is?
It might be.
Or you just get two belts then?
I think you just get both belts, but how does that like?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not even so much looking forward to the actual match. I take that back. Roman Reigns has been doing some good work lately.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar usually just goes out there and they're gonna have to take their time with this one.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not gonna be one of those quick matches. And like, yeah, that'll be good. I'm excited for that one too.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You're gonna have to take your time, chill out, wrestle, use psychology, play up the crowd, just hang out. That crowd's gonna be wild. This is a short card. This is what they're wanting to see is AJ versus Edge, Lesnar versus Reigns.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
So the moral is of Tully Speaks, watch WrestleMania. It's gonna be a very good show. And if you're sort of into wrestling, just get the Paramount. What are they at? Not Paramount. What's it on?
it's the
Peacock.
Peacock.
Just
yeah.
get it for a month.
Yeah, get your,
You probably can get the free month.
Yeah, and you get a lot of the cool shit. Like
Yeah.
there's a Lita interview with Steve Austin.
Yeah, so just get it. Give it a floor
You can
run.
watch all of that.
We don't
shit.
get sponsored by WWE, but let me tell you something. Fun times.
Yeah.
It's like the Super Bowl for wrestling. Enjoy it. I know I will. Matt
Oh,
will.
We're gonna drink.
We're gonna
some
have a great.
beers.
Oh my god! If we don't drink a beer when Stone Cold comes out, I'm just gonna retire from
Oh.
everything.
No, we're having his beer at my house, so we're gonna drink it.
Oh,
We're not gonna fight. It's very expensive.
Oh,
We're
I'm not
do
gonna
this.
crack. No, we'll get some natty lights to smash.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it outside. I'm not kidding. We'll
Yeah.
shoot some cans with the.
We got to
fucking BB
record it.
gun.
We'll record it so you guys can watch us cheers into Stone Cold.
Yeah, we'll have like a segment.
I love it. Tune in.
That's it.
That mad moment! TullyDioShow.com. It's a myth! A myth! Man!
Beamer's back, that's right. The prodigal son has returned. That's where your Panorama City heavyweight champion of the world is back. And I got a couple things to say. Right off the bat, brother, shout out to my homies in the North Hills Presbyterian Church. You see the piano? That's Edna's piano, you dumb bastards. Sorry, Jesus. Right off the bat, let me tell you something. Get the cameraman tied on me, brother, or I'll just walk to you. Don't worry. Right off the bat, Rotten Ralph, you fucking schmuck. What are you talking about, man? You want to take my title? Oh, let's do it, brother. Wrestling Ralph, Triple R. I'm gonna take you down. You understand, Vato? You don't mess with the lemur. An idea. Hey, Will Smith, I have an idea right now. How about you come on down to the 405? Come on down to North Hills right now. You come smack me. Fresh Prince. Try that on for size. Hitch. Alright, welcome to Earth. Okay, I'll show you Earth. And we'll see who is the real I Am Legend. Bastard. I love and yeah, take that.
What kind of tunes was it? Was it like rock tunes or hip hop tunes or what kind of things?
I DJ'd a couple of them, and the one I DJ'd was actually on 8 Mile in Detroit, and that one was all hip hop. But then I did this other one in this town called Roseville, Michigan, and it was more white trash kind of deals, and that was all rock and roll, like Rat and fucking, you know, ACD.
Warren, Cherry Pie.
Yeah, dude, exactly. And that one was more fun because they had like tops on, so it was a little bit more casual. But the full nude ones are creepy, man. It really is. You're like you know, growing up, you're a little dude, and you're like, oh my god, there'd be boobs around me all the time. And then you get there, and you're like, this is fucking gross.
I think my dream was that it's like Last Action Hero, where like you've got Halle Berry is the stripper,
exactly,
and it's Get Off by Prince is playing on the stereo, and you're like, and you know, and guys like Bruce Willis and what's name, Damon Wayans hang out there. So
Wayne.
So you're like, oh, it's cool, like that's all strippers, and then you go to one, you're like, oh, it's not like that, is it?
Lee, that's Hollywood bullshit. They sold us a bill of shit again. These motherfuckers over here.
Still a great movie.
Oh
still
yeah, that's fine. I'll stay with the movie.
I love that movie.
Kind of underrated, actually. Last Action Hero, isn't it?
Good action movie.
It really is.
I love that movie.
I saw it in the movie theater.
Last Boy Scout?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. How could
Shane
you not?
Shane Black's really famous and rated, so you'd think that film would be more known than it is with Bruce Willis as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
And Halle Berry.
I literally went on just the fact that it was them on it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know what it was about. I'm like, but it's got them. How bad could it be?
Right.
Turns out to be one of the best movies you've ever seen.
It turns out that it was extremely underrated.
Just keep it
yeah.
People didn't like it. Yeah, we're just want to go. You like this?
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, Matt likes it. Matt hit record. He's like, I like this conversation. This is a good movie.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. This is great.
You know?
We could, well, I mean, yeah, we could probably do an hour on movies. We could probably do an hour on music.
Yes.
Like,
Lee
as it
Christian is here.
Yeah.
And if we play the lead in there, we were talking about some movies and stuff, so that's good because we already got all that stuff in common. Yeah. Lee, tell the people all the things you do, and then we'll try to dive into at least 3 of them because there's like 60.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I've been a singer and songwriter and performer in bands and stuff since I was like 17. I was in a band called Smilex, heavy rock, like in your face. We've got comparisons to the Stooges. I'd say we were more like 90s stuff. Jane's Addiction, who I know you like and I want to talk to you about in a bit. And you know, Smashing Pumpkins, like all that good stuff from the 90s, basically Rage Against the Machine, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we did a certain amount, didn't quite get massive or whatever. Kind of went on hiatus because lives went on. I kind of had a little label which we were kind of, you know, mainly doing just to put out our mates' records and people from the scene. That was back when you could actually put out CDs and, you know, like that was a thing worth doing in your local city and stuff. Do you know what I mean? That was, we did get some national play and some international play and bits like that, but we were never really shooting for like huge things. We did like, you know, we'd try and get some bits and bobs, and some of our bands went on to do cool stuff, but it was always a kind of like, I was always still in Smilex, like kind of plowing away, like we're going to do this band thing and everything. So then life goes on. I ended up, you know, the whole music industry totally changed. And so then I saw my kind of royalty checks go down from like 500 to a $5, like almost overnight. Do you know what I mean? And
that's
like,
brutal.
I was like, oh, better get a job then.
Yeah.
So I got a job in a like a local comic shop and stuff, and was kind of on the down low, just making my own music. The label was just putting out Half Decent and me mainly at that point, and then the pandemic hit, and I was freed up with a load of time, and I made a little show that was like called Co-Video Breakdown, which was basically just loads of people I knew sending me things that they were doing on lockdown, whether it was like things you could do. Like there's a girl who does meditation and breathing and stuff like that. There's a guy who does exercise and fitness, and there's a metal band called Desert Storm who you must check out. And they are chefs, and you will love them. They're amazing, by the way. That's the best recommendation I might make the whole night.
I'm writing down Desert Storm.
Desert Storm are like amazing, like so heavy. Great band. They're on tour just roundabout now in England at the moment. So yeah, just went to see them in Bristol, and they're so heavy, like kind of like, I guess like they're as heavy as, like, it was the first time I'd seen something that heavy up close that was in a vein of like something like Korn or, you know, something like proper, oh, this is like the stuff. Do you know what I mean? And after not having seen anything for ages, you know, any live music or anything for so long, like that was one of the first gigs I've been back to. And it's like, oh, it's nice to come back to some guys who know how to play like metal, like they're kind of stoner rock, I guess, but
I dig that.
Like, it's hard rock and metal, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, you know. So, but yeah, so anyway, so I got them, they're chefs in their day job or whatever, and so then I got them to do a little thing on like some recipes and some stuff you can cook, and just all these people and bands, obviously, you know, some music and some people doing film reviews and, you know, interviews with like various people, and the interviews just kept getting bigger. We started off with a few people I knew, and luckily I know Ace from Skunk and Nancy, who's produced Smile X Records before, so I got him on, and that kind of snowballed, and suddenly I had like Calindo Parker from Janelle Monáe's guitarist, obviously, who's Maceo Parker's nephew, so it was like, oh my god, like James Brown, Prince, Living Color, like it's royalty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
and Vernon Reid ended up, who's my, like, I mean, Living Color is why I got in a band in the first place. Going back home from, I talk a lot, so I'm trying to give you like,
no, they're great. I love
give you a lifetime in like maybe 5 minutes or something. Do you know what I mean?
No, we'll keep it all. That's it. Honestly, Living Color was the last band I saw they played, it was this place called the Magic Bag in Ferndale, Michigan, and the air conditioner was broke in the summer, and I watched them. That was the last band I saw in Michigan before I moved to California, and they were fucking amazing.
They're absolutely amazing every single time you ever see them. Like, I try and see them every time they come over to England. At least one. Sometimes I see them two on a tour. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they change up the set and they never really play anything the same anyway. They're always like extending sections and just doing what they feel like. They're such great musicians, and like they're really nice, like down to earth guys. So you can like you always meet them after the show and everything. They're like kind of punk rock in that way, you know. Like they maybe because they had their little bit, but they never really kind of, you know, stayed like huge or whatever. Like now they, you know, you couldn't go meet the Chili's ever. Do you know what I mean? So for me to be able to meet Living Color is fucking mental. Do you know?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Never mind meet them on a regular basis. And then I ended up interviewing Vernon Reid, which was just like, I couldn't really think of anybody I'd want to interview more, really, in a strange way. Especially now, you know, Prince is, do you know what I mean? So
I know.
So, you know, there's I'm a huge Prince enthusiast. That's something that will, you know, no doubt creep in now and then. But so then basically after I did that show, it kind of reminded me that I like being in the thick of things, you know, like I like being, you know, like doing a bit of this, organizing this thing with that, but I like doing it mainly the music bit. So I just dived back into the label a lot. It happened that Calindo, he'd released Summertime, and
that guy's so talented.
Ridiculously so, yeah, right? Like, it's a sign that the music industry is totally fucked, because, you know, like someone like that should be like a household name.
Absolutely.
Because he's got the works, like the whole lot. And you know, the amount of shit like that you get, like trying to promote like that, trying to promote him to like, you know, bigger journalists and things like that, you know, and they're saying like, oh, he's not really an A-list thing. And it's like, well, hang on. Jimi Hendrix came over to England. He was a session guy for like whoever people. He had a smaller profile as a session guy than Calindo has as Janelle Monáe's sideman. Like Calindo's quite a famous sideman. Like she shouts his name in songs. He has like big bits where he comes out to the solo and people go, oh, that's that cool guitarist of Janelle Monáe. Do you know what I mean? So he's already got that much more of a profile. He like he's a, you know, obviously a African-American guitarist, etc. The comparisons are like all there. He's
Yes.
got like all the songwriting chops and all that kind of business. There's no good reason that that's saying that basically in the modern industry, Jimi Hendrix wouldn't have got anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
which is mental, isn't it? It's just like, how far have we slipped? Do you know what I mean? Like where the model doesn't allow for like basically phenomenal talent, really. Do you know
It's
what I
very
mean?
true. I mean, that's why we started the show a long time ago, was because, you know, I was listening to stuff that I'm hearing, or the stuff that I'm hearing on popular radio, and I'm like, there is no fucking way there's not badass stuff out there.
Yeah,
There's no way that I can't find another band like Soundgarden. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
way I can't find another band like Deftones. And
that
I was right.
get you that excited, and stuff. Yeah,
They're
right.
all out there.
And you do go through a phase. I don't know if you hit a phase, like after a certain while, I don't know, maybe it was an age thing or something. You get to a point where you get a bit locked in. You're like, oh, there's nothing new that's good and all that kind of thing. And then suddenly you realize, well, hang on, I'm here. I'm all right. And I'm trying to get somewhere and I'm not getting anywhere. So there must be tons. And then, like, luckily, just during that process, you know, putting out Galindo's record, reviving the label, going, well, I'm really interested to see what's out there, especially during the pandemic. I had extra time. I could stay awake. I stay awake a lot anyway, but like I could do it and not have any responsibilities whatsoever. So it meant that I was internationally available all the time, which allowed me to find a lot of good people and work, you know, make a lot of good connections and kind of just initiate friendships in a way. Do you know what I mean? And so, and then we started doing a lot of stuff through the label with like open mics online, like on Insta Live, and just all sorts of stuff, playlists and, you know, whatever we could. Because I started noticing, there's billions of great bands and I can't sign them all. That's why we did the Singles Club last year, because it was like, oh, this is a way I can just throw a quick spotlight on like so many bands.
Yeah,
and
it's very diverse what you've done. Like there's a lot of different sounds on that list, and it's great. Because even if, and let me tell you, even if I don't play them, only because the show, we got Big Jim's wild card is for anything that's outside the box. But
I don't expect it.
Everything else, but I enjoy every single one of them.
It's about the process, isn't it? It's about the finding something new and different. It doesn't have to be like your favorite. It doesn't have to be something you'll even go back to with a Singles Club. I believe.
Absolutely.
But people are tight with their money. They'll go to like the big guy and they'll give him all their money, and then they'll have nothing left over for the little guy when he comes calling. And like the problem is with the stuff like the Singles Club, it wasn't sustainable because people won't pay you for like something they're not sure of. Like nowadays, people read 15 reviews of a film before they bother watching it. It's like, man, don't you want a surprise? Do you know what I mean? Like, don't you want to find some stuff that you didn't think would be good, but turned out to be your favorite, and other stuff that you thought was like, oh, you're always going to get the ones that you thought were good and were a disappointment. So you're just basically loading up millions of disappointments. You're never finding any kind of cool surprises. Some of the best films you'll ever see were because some friend made you watch it, or
absolutely.
The bassist from Smilex, Jen, made me watch Audition, and it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you know, like that, and it's important, that process. I remember there was a time when I moved back. I broke up from a relationship, and I moved back home and hung out with my little brothers, and we got stoned a lot, and we watched like a lot of movies, like so many I can't really remember, and I was falling asleep and waking up, and there's still movies, and you know what I mean, just reams and reams of movies. And during that time we watched, you know, so many stuff like Devil's Rejects and you know, just like probably House of Thousand Corpses, actually, probably about the timing of it, thinking. But and you know, I don't know, just loads of, you know, foreign film, and loads of like, you just pick up like, oh, this will be all right, let's give this a go. And I think, and with music, you used to be a lot more like, like you know, we used to watch Alternative Nation and stuff like that in the 90s, and you'd have some Tool, and you'd have some Björk, and you'd have some, do you know what I mean? And it's all like all over the place. And I remember there was that time just before the 2000s where everything was all about like, oh, let's just mix it all up. And you'd be listening to, you know, this black guy from either LA or New York's life and his views. and you'd be listening to this seemingly crazy girl from Iceland's views, and you'd be listening to some floppy-haired indie guy from England's kind of vibe, and you'd be catching some dance guys from the north, and you know what I mean? It's all just such a lot of different things, and where we were going to take all of that. And then suddenly, around like the turn of the century, we all started just looking at lists and charts of everything that was past. And I think they saw that there's a lot of money in nostalgia. So all we got fed for the next, like, you see, like, all alternative music is just dying off during the beginnings of that century. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like by about 2006, 2007, you're in the struggling bit. Then by 2012, it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And
yeah,
like, and that's the alternative in the indie, and the counter culture. There is no counter culture in the mainstream, whereas we were lucky enough to have that. So anyway, so I want all of that shit in my label. So that's why it's so diverse, and that's why it's, you know, trying to kind of do some different things, because I just trust people that they listen to loads of different music, and so they want thrilling in different areas. They don't necessarily want, like, you know, just like a label that just does doom or just does grunge or just does stoner. Plus it'd be really boring for me to just do that all the time. Constantly trying to find, like, the thing that got me excited. I'm trying to find a copy of them or something that replicates that feeling. It seems pointless, right? Yeah. So I heard that you like Jane's Addiction, and that Stop was the first time that first song that you played when you did a radio show. I read that, and yeah, I love Jane's Addiction. And actually auditioned that night was we were on, Smilex were on tour, and then we took a night after the tour to stay in Manchester, I think, or maybe we played in Manchester, went to Leeds or something, and then went back to Manchester to stay so that we could see Jane's Addiction on the Strays tour. And we went to see a band that were on the label, Youth Movie Soundtrack Strategies, play their gig, and they were playing earlier. And I think they were playing with a band called the Edmund Fitzgerald, who had two members of Foals, of the band that are Foals now. And they were playing with them. So we went to see Youth Movies, couldn't hang around for anything else, because then we went straight to see Jane's Addiction and saw them. And then I think it was that night when we were back at the hotel that we watched Audition. So that was a crazy night.
I was going to say, that's quite an evening.
And then the other cool thing that's to do with Jane's Addiction was I bought this Panic Channel CD. Like, you know, Panic Channel, the band with Dave Navarro and Chris Chaney and Stephen Perkins. Yeah. And this other dude who sounds a little bit like a cross between Mike Edwards from Jesus Jones and Maynard from Tool. And anyway, I knew the album and I had a promo copy of it somewhere, but I saw it in a charity thing for like a pound or something like that. And which is what, like $1.50 maybe or something on a good day. And it was like this, with this, I don't know if you remember, this is actually the inside cover, but it was stored like that. And so it's just there with like 99p on it. And so I thought, yeah, sure, I'll grab one for the collection just in case, because I had like everything, you know, I like everything by I've got all the, you know, the Banyan stuff and the Psycom stuff and do you know what I mean? All the, and so anyway, the other day I went to pick it out and thought, I never have listened to this. And it's sealed up with a piece of tape. I opened it up, took out the thing, and the front cover, which is signed by all the members.
What?
Oh shit!
Yeah. How crazy is that, right?
How long did you have that for?
Oh, a couple of years or something. I just picked it up sometime. Like, it's such a non-event to me. I don't even remember when I picked it up. It's just like one of those that you go like, oh yeah, and that, yeah, I might as well grab that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh,
that's amazing.
Crazy, right? So
that is absolutely amazing. You got to frame that shit.
It's insane, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was quite a like, oh wow.
That's a good. I love it when that shit like that happens.
Oh, very rare, isn't it? But,
it is.
Especially these days, because even charity shops, they're so like smart with like looking up
I
everything.
know.
Are they called thrift stores
Yeah.
in your?
Yeah, thrift
Yeah.
stores. They're my
So
favorite.
like they now everybody can Google the real price of everything and go like, oh, it's a collector's item, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that. So now they all charge, like, especially like rich middle class English cities. Their charity shops are like the price that normal shops used to be. You know?
Right. It's like I go to these, like, because this area is getting more and more, like, the area that I live in is getting more and more hip. And I noticed the prices are going up at the thrift stores. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. Like, all I want is some flannels to cut the sleeves off of. That's all I want. And you're really shitting up my fucking ideas here. Like, all I want to do is grunge that shit out.
Yeah,
I'm bringing the look back.
If Tad weren't wearing it in '93, I don't want to know, basically.
My whole wardrobe is Tad.
By Tad. They should have like a little label.
Seriously. There's a speck of Cornell in there if I got my shirt off.
Yeah, sure.
Just a pair of...
I like to kid myself that I've still got the Scott Whalen thing going on, you know, but yeah.
Hey, I met him at a bar.
Oh wow, really? Tell me.
Yeah,
Tell me all about that.
He was, well, first of all, I was at the bar and I was with a couple people that were like semi-famous, and Quentin Tarantino was sitting in a booth across from us. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, I'm going to go up to the bar and get a couple beers. So I walked up to the bar and I'm like, oh, look at this guy next to me. He's a little petite fella and he's got these little leather pants on. Look at this little guy. And I was like, holy shit. That's fucking Scott Blue. So I said hi to him and he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, yeah, you know, really talented, whatever. He looked a little faded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he looked like he had been either doing a little too much, but he was very nice to me. I mean, like,
nice.
You know,
that's
but
nice.
He was so tiny.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I saw them, like I've met a couple of them at a backstage thing in Brixton Academy back on the Purple tour. I met Dean and kind of shook hands with Robert, but his hand kind of, I was just a kid, his hand just kind of went and my little hand kind of disappeared. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Eric, I just like vague hello, and then they took Scott out like under a jacket, and I was so little at the time, it just seemed, you know, obviously, you know, I've never been particularly tall in the first place. So.
Yeah, me neither.
But when I was a kid, I felt even smaller for some reason.
No, none of us are. So it's overrated. We don't talk about tallness.
I think, you know, it's good. It's a good thing to not have to bend down to get through a doorway. Do you know what I mean?
Agree.
That's an
agree.
inconvenience.
We live longer. The
more you can just walk through life without having to duck.
Yeah. Ranches, right? You name it. Less aggravation. Well, before we go, and we will have you on again, of course.
Oh man, is that it?
Well, that, you know, because we still have to do this part where you tell everybody where to find your music, where to find the label.
I just want to talk for hours all about everything. We should. Can I come back and like co-host a show with you or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that like? I feel like there's a world of unexplored.
There is. No, that's exactly what we're going to do. And what we'll do is we'll do that, and I will send you the set list that I make, and then you can listen to the tracks.
Okay,
You can comment with us.
Okay, cool, man. Wicked. Yeah. Okay, as long as nobody's like, you can't put any bands in that have any really, really hard people in them, because then if they come after me, if I say something rather bad,
yes,
I don't want.
Well, luckily you're
all the bands have to be under 5'5".
Done.
Okay.
Done.
That's a rule.
Yeah, they can't be any except for if it's Danzig.
Yeah, Danzig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, if it's famous bands, they're not going to come after me.
No.
Yeah,
they don't have time. They'll get sued.
Yeah, they're too busy manicuring their nails and.
That's right.
You know,
they're right.
Things like that. Yeah.
Figuring out where the second bathroom is in the tour bus.
Too busy slapping each other at the Oscars.
That's right. Oy. Yes, a lot of heat. Way to entertain, Oscars.
Yeah.
I do, but it's like just one thing before I go about that. Like, I'm just thinking, like, you've been at lots of events. I've been at lots of events, small and large and everything. Okay. Like, and we've all seen Naked Gun 33 1/3, which is set at the Oscars in the finale, right? There's like security people who do stuff, right? When in your life have you ever been in a situation where someone could go up to the person who's on stage, slap them across the face, and then go and sit back down in their chair and sit for the rest of the ceremony, the rest
And
of
honestly,
the event.
take all of it out of it. Like whatever the beliefs are about what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
Why in the hell did they let him go storming up there like that?
Yeah.
Did they think it was a bit that they missed or something?
And after, surely then it'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to leave now because you went and you slapped another human at this event. Like, if I went and slapped anybody at anything I've ever been at, I'd be out of there. Do you know?
Well, then he got an Oscar.
I've done. Well, that's the weird thing because that should have at least like happened. Maybe he would have gone, okay, well, I'm going, and Jada would have got up and gone with him, and then he would have got the Oscar, and then that would have been like, oh, that's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but like, it's really strange. It's like he's the mafia don who can do any. Like, why was he allowed to go and sit down and just sit? I like Will Smith. I got no problem with Will.
He was comforting after he slapped him.
I just don't understand the
okay.
I don't understand the mechanicals of the security protocol.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing right after I saw it. I was like, why didn't they stop him? And then I was like, I wonder if they thought he was going to do like it was going to be one of those cool little bit moments. Like, I don't think in a million years, no one thought that was going to happen. However, if they just would have had a policy, you stay seated no matter what, it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, he just walked right up there, I guess. I don't know, man.
And then went back, but like he sat down there for the whole rest of the event.
I know. I wouldn't have been able to. Like, that's another thing. Like, if it was me and that was my wife and I was that angry, I'd want to leave.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a weird thing as well, isn't it? Just sitting there steaming like the whole time. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be able to.
But then why didn't any security go up to him and say, I'm sorry, now you have to leave? Because surely you make that choice. When you decide at a thing like that, you'll go like, I'm going to go up and slap this dude now. You're making that choice of, I don't really care about what consequences there are. I need to make this stand or whatever, right? So then you'd be like almost ready for security to come and say, you've got to go now. Do you know what I mean? You'd be like, okay, I went and hit a dude. I'd be waiting for security. Nile Rodgers, at one festival that I was at, Nile Rodgers invited a stage invasion. I got rugby tackled by the security going to a stage invasion that the artist actually asked for. Do you know what I mean? So what? I just don't understand. Is there no security? The Oscars on Naked Gun 33 and a third, when Leslie Nielsen's all over the place, they're like, get him. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, things have fallen a bit. They haven't got the budget anymore. That was what the Oscars were like in the 90s, obviously. They haven't got budget.
They're like, no one's really watching. No one's really watching. They had to cut the security.
So weird.
They had to cut the security, but the craft service, the food is delicious. So the security may have gotten cut, but the peanut butter parfaits are on fucking par.
And the drapes still look really good.
Beautiful drapes, imported, but no security. Everybody gets a Rolex, but no security. Let's do that instead. Not next year.
At least they'll know what time, whatever it is that happened, they'll know what time it happened at least.
Oh my God. Next year there's going to be like a plastic thing around the stage that you can't like walk through.
They should all go along with big slapping hands. Like
what a circus!
They had the Oscar slapping hands.
Seriously,
like Gladiators. Do you remember they used to on Gladiators have the big? You know?
Oh yeah, could you? I mean, like what? That was an absolute. No, I didn't even believe it when I saw it. I was like, what just happened? And I was like, Hollywood, man, it's a freak show. It's a freak.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting.
It really is, and yeah, it blew my mind. But tell the people where to find all the stuff, where to listen to the music.
Yeah, it's www.willsmith.com.
Willsmithhand.com.
It's called my new album's called 10 Slaps in the Face. And
and by the way, Will Smith's Hand is already a handle on Twitter.
Really?
It's called Will Smith's Hand.
Okay. Awesome. Does it mete out justice to different people?
I guess, man. I don't fucking know. I laughed so hard. Tell the people where we can find all the good stuff.
So I guess quickfixrecordings.com is the main one, really. That's the label. We've got so much stuff coming out over the next little while. Blackout Orchestra. In the next month, we've got New Sexy Wild East, which I've got the t-shirt.
Sick.
the New Days single, which is great. The new Blackout Orchestra, which follows Tongues, which was really great, and it's quite a flip from that, which is nice. And then we'll have loads of stuff coming out all through the year, like from all our artists. We TV Sex Death album coming out like quite soon on like cassette first and download, but like we're gonna like back off on Spotify for a little while and like not worry about that for a little while and just drop songs on Spotify for a while, because they don't really deserve albums like for the amount that they pay back. If they're like mainly for promotion, and you know, the thing is, everybody says, oh, well, it's promo, isn't it? It's like, well, if it's just advertising, then they the way records work is you advertise it with a single. Do you know what I mean? And then that's a lost leader for the people who go and then get an album. Do you know? They spend some money or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure, well, okay, the Spotify is like the radio or the chart or the something, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're chucking a song in there to represent the band and the album and everything. So we don't need to put, I don't know if we want to, you know, always put albums on there. Certainly not in any rush. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't need to make it a priority. That seems counterintuitive in terms of, you know, like if you want to build something strong, just giving it all away for free all the time seems like, you know, like not the way to go for that. So, yeah. And it's a really hard road to choose, but, you know, it's not going with the trend at all. Do you know what I mean? So, but so TV Sex Death and like, the Blackout album will be out this year. There's tons of stuff we've got.
I can't wait
like
to get
loads. And I do radio shows and I do my own music. I should have an album out. Hopefully like soon. I'm still finishing off the mixes. I try and do it fit in between everything else. Do you know what I mean? So, but so it's the product of like lots of late nights. And so it's quite weird. And it's also like a lot of the stuff from the pandemic, like a lot of like songs that I wrote kind of during that time before we move on to even bigger disasters and I have to write.
Right. Oh, and one more thing before we go.
That's fine. I've got all the time in the world.
Do you have any advice for bands like these new bands? Like, cause you do, you got a pretty phenomenal roster. Do you have any suggestions for bands who like would like to get signed to a label or, you know, it's indie stuff?
Yeah. I mean, like it's not obviously that obvious with us, I guess, what we do, because we do quite a lot of different stuff. But I would say that for your with all things in life, really, is go for what you know and go for what you love. So like, if you're really into certain things and your band is a certain type of band, then go to the places that do that kind of thing, whether that be a label or a radio station or whatever. Go to the places and be interested in it yourself so that you can develop. It's more about, at this point, we're all like scraping about, right? Where we're all like in the dirt, right? So like no one's so big, like, you know, there's like strata, but they're all busy slapping each other at the Oscars. They don't have time for, do you know what I mean? So below them, everybody below them, we're like, you know, just all the same. So it's about paying an interest in other people's things. I always say to bands, if you want to gig at that place, you're more likely to get a gig at that place if you go to a gig at that place. Do you know what I mean? And if you want to, you know, if you want to get played on a radio station, you're more likely to do that if you listen to that radio station and you chat to. If you want to get reviewed by someone, it's probably good if you go for a writer that you read the stuff of and you like. And you don't have to fake these things. It's about like, that's how that weird Vernon Reid thing happened. It's because he gets it that I fucking know and dig his shit. Do you know what I mean? So he recognizes that. So he kind of, you know, the back and forth happens. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
So I think it's just like, don't be too desperate. Don't care too much about all this bullshit with like social media, YouTube, Spotify, whatever, all the numbers games. It's all cool and it gets us, you need to get a certain amount of numbers just to get people seeing your stuff. So I get that. But like playing games for popularity isn't going to build like the strongest followers that actually buy your stuff and keep your band going in the long run and build it up like in a kind of organic way that actually makes it a sustainable thing. So I think like try and investigate some like kind of core old school values rather than just worrying about posting all the time on social media. Worry about how you're going to make real contacts, real people, real, do you know what I mean? Like in your scene, all that kind of business, you know, like get it going. Don't worry about being massive. worry about being small first. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Learn how to be good at being small before you, do you know what I mean? Worry about too much about the other stuff. And
Fuck
if you're interested in joining Quick Fix, it'd be nice if you knew a little about what we're doing, I guess. You know, like if you have a kinship with some of the bands on our label, that's a great place to start. You know, I might be more inclined, or people here might be more inclined. Not that there's tons of us, but, you know, they might be more inclined to kind of like go, oh, yeah, okay, oh, I get it. Do you know what I mean? That works with kind of that. Do you know what I mean? So, and we are kind of broad and diverse. So it's mainly about being interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
I do.
I do. And mean it, and be like, you know, put some effort in, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
I really do. Really do.
It sounds really basic advice.
I know, but it's what's missing sometimes. Yeah,
especially in this kind of weird digital hazy age of we don't really know what we're really aiming for. Like the pre-save. Like pre-save. So basically you're asking people to say that when a day comes up in the future that they will play your track once and you will get a fraction of a cent or a penny for it. What effort? Why is everyone putting like loads of effort into getting everybody to do pre-saves? It's like the lamest promise ever. Do you know what I mean? Like
it really is.
Buy something, motherfucker. Do you know what I mean? Like at the end
Totally.
of the day, if you like something, support it. Realize that not everything in this world is free. You can get a lot for free. But if you really like something, you want it to survive, put some money into it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's some good advice. I wanted to make sure that I got, because I knew you got so much knowledge, and we will have you come on and host a show. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be great.
I'd love to do that. And we've got to, will we start it? Can we start it with stop?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wicked. Awesome.
We'll do it. My brother,
Awesome.
Thank you so much. It was great to finally talk to you, and I want to do it again.
You too. Awesome. Wicked. Let's do it again. Take care,
right.
buddy.
Later, buddy.
See you soon.
See
Take
ya.
care. See ya. Bye.
It's time for the top F and 10.
Oh, we're back.
This changes every week. It's exciting every week.
Yeah.
We got the top F and 10. So the new entry into the top 10 is from last week's set list, and it is one of my new favorite bands, Post Profit.
Shit's sick.
You dig them.
Shit is sick.
Solid band, man.
Yeah.
So it's Post Profit, Smother. Number 9, Reality Suite, Kiss. Let me get my list up here so you can
Let's get it out. Up in
more
there,
professional.
dog.
It's
Fuck
more
yeah.
professional.
Let's get it up.
Reality Suite, Kiss the Ring, Willows Speak, Part of Me, our buddy from Venice, Part of Me No More, Owls and Aliens with Tsunami is number 7. Number 6 is Pinfinger Bootlicker. Number 5 is Voodoo Shakedown, Play with Fire. Number 4, Bad Love with Tattoos. Number 3, Berserk, Mic Check 1, 2. Number 2, Psycho Positive, Gummy Bear. And number 1 for the first time, Riot After Midnight. Love these guys. Yours All Night. Fun rock song, straight rock and roll, straight up rock and roll. These guys drink their beers and they play the rock music and they do the whole thing. It's great to watch. Check them out. That was your top F and 10 for episode 319, April Fool's Day, but no joke.
No joke here.
Fucker. Now, that's the end of the show. That's the end of the show for this week, but we'll be back next week with more set lists and more speaking and more madness and more F and 10s.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Next week.
But
until then,
yeah,
I'm Tully Diö,
the Madman Mats,
and have a great weekend. Big beers and cheers. Drink them up. You drink. Oh, we're actually empty.
Shit.
We'll remedy that shit right frickin' now. Watch WrestleMania. Enjoy WrestleMania. Drink some beers at WrestleMania. And cheers to your friends.
Cheers. You cheers at home.
Big beers and cheers.
Guys, let's get some beers going.
And some cheers.
What?
Some cheers. It's me, Tully Diö. And I'd like to thank the people that make the Tully Diö Show possible. First of all, me, Tully Diö. It's my show.
Second of all, my partner in crime, Madman Matt. We got our executive producer, Amy Goldberg, and our associate producer, James Chabelle. The Tully Diö Show. Make it happen.
2 weeks? Yeah, it's been like fucking a week. We missed 1 week. That would have sucked though.
I think we missed 2 weeks, didn't we? No, we didn't. It's just been 1 week.
It's been 1 week.
I feel like I
seems like a
haven't
long
seen you in,
time
like,
because
6
we
years.
really like to fucking do the show.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the future.
It's the future.
The girl get up and when she hits the beat, you know she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. You know my baby, she was built for love. When I'm inside it feels just like a glove because she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. She was a no, no, no. No, she loves to go, go, go.
video on Friday. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it because we're really excited about it. And yeah, it's called Kiss the Ring. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. Who you trying to fool, trying to look and be cool, but I see right through. You see these bloodshot eyes, cause you falsified all those lies. I will not kiss the ring. I will not. Fingers up. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time to entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You tear me up. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. I see you try to deny, you try to crucify those who won't comply. Just get out of my face, you end up falling from grace from all that pride. I tried to compromise, now I refuse to hide. I'm feeling tortured and used, all this fucking abuse. I'm so damn unamused. I will not kiss the ring. I will not. Fingers up. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time to entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up, you break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. Who you trying to fool, trying to look and be cool, but I see right through. I don't need you telling me what's right. I've got my own two eyes. I will not kiss the ring. No precious time, no entertain fake friends. I will not pretend. Fingers up. Kiss the ring. You break me down like I'm made of glass. You shattered me now. You tear me up. You break me down. Kiss the ring. Thank you guys so much for coming out, for being amazing. Thank you, Alpha Wave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, and we love all of you guys back home watching. Thank you for tuning in.
I wrote down this song so I could learn what's in my head. The words bleed on paper thin, streets of trees stripped from the mother's arms, nothing left but the leaves. I fell into open skies, filling me with doubt, leaving me without anything to hold on to. I'd give anything to hold on to. Why are you trying to tell me love isn't real? Why are you trying to tell me how I should feel? Who are you even anyway? Some voices out of my head. You're not a part of me anymore. These thoughts that occur, heaven knows that I have heard them to differentiate the lies that lie within the truth. Feel every moment drift away, like all the things you had to say. I have nothing left to say. There can't be sung inside this melody. Why are you trying to tell me love isn't real? Why are you trying to tell me how I should feel? Who are you even anyway? Some voices out of my head. You're not a part of me anymore. Why are you trying to tell me love isn't real? Why are you trying to tell me how not to feel? Who are you even anyway? Some voices out of my head. Why are you trying to tell me love isn't real? Why are you trying to tell me how not to feel? Who are you even anyway? Some voices out of my head. You're not a part of me anymore.
core, been exposed and I needed more and more. Now your casual ways keeping me up for days. When days and days out, no rise from the deepest ocean. No legends to the world. No one by your side, oh darling. You'll never be alone. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. You told me you'd be there for everything, now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with myself. High on you till I exhale. I see you holding hands with hand. That douchebag used to be my friend. Now I'm gonna be alone again. I guess I'm an asshole now and then. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Like everything I do, I gotta apologize for, but I'm not sorry. If I do keep acting like a fool, you won't deal with me anymore. I'm still not sorry. Maybe I'm an asshole, maybe I'm a creep. I don't wanna go there, but maybe you're the freak. If you don't like who I am today, guess it's your loss, I'll be okay. Sometimes I screw up every single thing I do. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but what's new? Sometimes I tattoo words that make me think of you.
Tell your mama, tell your papa who's the blues.
The gummy bear.
Tell your mama, tell your papa who's the blues. Tell your mama, tell your papa who's the blues. Tell your mama, tell your papa who's the blues. tell your papa who's the blue.
Yours all night.